Okay, musicians, if you play fast enough, a rhythm turns into a pitch. It's almost like kind of in relativity where there's a relationship between energy and matter. Well, there's a relationship in music between rhythm and pitch. Check it out. Okay, so a few preliminary basics here. The human ear can hear between about 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. Hertz are a measure of frequency. Frequency just means cycles per second. So if you have a pitch that's going at 20 hertz, that means that the vibration of whatever's creating the pitch is vibrating back and forth at 20 times per second. So that also means that if you play repeated notes fast enough, i.e. at 20 notes per second or faster, the brain can perceive that as a pitch. It perceives that as a frequency. So you'll notice here based on this chart, right? This chart assumes that we're going at 60 beats per minute of tempo. And if we have eighth notes, we get a note that's at 2 hertz. Now that's too low for the human ear to hear it. But you notice as you get faster, you get closer and closer. And then eventually when you get to 128th notes, you get 32 hertz, and that actually becomes a pitch. It's pretty close to what we would call a C natural. Then we have 256 notes or 64 hertz. Now what's interesting is a doubling of hertz is also a doubling of frequency and therefore changes the pitch by 1 octave. So 1 octave is a doubling of hertz. So 64 hertz is also a C. And if you go to 512 notes, 128 hertz is also a C. We're gonna take a look at a performance of a snare drum playing 128th notes, then 256th notes, and then 512th notes at 60 beats per minute. Let's listen. Did you hear how the accelerating speed of the notes actually made the pitch sound like it was jumping up an octave each time as we moved from note value to note value? So that's the interesting relationship between rhythm and pitch. If you go fast enough, the brain and the ear actually start to hear that fast rhythm as pitch.